So I would like to share just a inaugural session and chief patron for our FDP are the Dr. Muthama ma'am, Secretary Higher and Technical Education of Union Territory Dadra Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu. Patron our Director Higher and Technical Education UT DNH and DD Shri Nilesh Gurov sir. Convener Principal Government Polytechnic Dr. Suhas V. Patil sir. Co-convener HOD IT Dr. Rakesh Kumar Bujade sir. HOD in charge Electrical Engineering Department Shri Ramesh sir. Program Coordinator Lecturer of Electrical Engineering Dr. Ashish Maheshwari sir. And I will over the session to Dr. Ashish Maheshwari sir. I request Ashish sir to continue, please.
Yes, good morning, one and all. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, audible.
Yes, we'll just wait for Sanjay sir. We will wait for 10 more minutes. I think participants are joining, so we just wait.
Sir, your voice is not clear, sir.
Just a minute. Yes, sir. We will wait just 10 more minutes. Participants are still joining, so after that we will start our inaugural session.
Hello everyone. Good morning one more time. I'm Sanjay Mate here, co-coordinator for this FDP, and I will. It's 9:40 as we decided. Almost around 40 plus participants who have joined till the time. So we will start our session. I will call Dr. Ashish Maheshwari to continue, please.
Okay. Very good morning to all of you.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, respected dignitaries, Dr. Suhasri Patil, Principal Government Polytechnic Daman, and I welcome our today's chief guest, Dr. Aruna Goda ma'am, Assistant Director IT, UT Administration of Daman DNH and DD, and she's also Head of Department Computer Engineering, JP Daman. Our Vice Principal Sir, Bala Ganeshan Sir, Professor Ramesh Kumar, Head Electrical Engineering Department, Dr. Rakesh Bujade, Head IT Engineering Department, and all have head of the department, faculties, invited guests, and dear participants. A very good morning to one and all at the outset of this inaugural ceremony. A very warm welcome to all of you. I, Dr. Ashish Maheshwari, on behalf of Government Polytechnic Daman, welcome everyone for 5-day ICT sponsored Atal FDP program on IoT for Smart City, organized by Department of Electrical and IT, Government Polytechnic Daman, UT Administration of DNS and DT. I'm thankful to Atal Academy for providing us an opportunity to conduct this FDP on IoT for Smart City. I'm happy to share that Department of Electrical Engineering is being established in the year 2010. Since establishment, department has produced more than 400 diploma students, and almost all are working in reputed companies and taking higher education across the globe. Department of Electrical Engineering having dedicated and well-qualified faculties from NIT and IITs selected through UPSC. Department and institute has adopted student-centered teaching, learning, and focused on problem as well as outcome-based education. The department has strong association with industry for the curriculum development, implementation, as well as R&D activities. Talking about this FDP, I feel that learning is endless. And of course, AICT has identified several thrust areas which will be focusing on interdisciplinary involvement. And IoT Internet of Things is one of them, which is to be learned by all discipline of engineering. We have designed this FDP schedule in such a way that it covers fundamental and goes up to the futuristic application of IoT for smart city. We have around 131 participants for the FDP from all parts of the country. We have galaxy of experts who will be delivering the session on IoT introduction, architecture, and different applications of IoT for smart city. The experts have wide range of experience, and I pray Goddess Saraswati to shower her blessing on all of us to enhance our knowledge and wisdom through such kind of program. I wish all the best to the participants for the program. Happy learning. Over to you, Sanjay sir.
Thank you, Ashish sir. And now I will request to talk our chief guest, Dr. Aruna Gowda ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, Sanjay sir. Am I audible?
Ma'am, please talk a bit louder.
Okay. Yeah. So is my volume is fine now?
If possible, check setting, voice setting. Mic seems closer, but sound is not that much loud.
Okay. Give me some time. Yeah, I hope it is fine now.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, madam.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah, good morning. Respected principal sir, IT HOD, other HODs, and especially the coordinators, Dr. Ashish Maheshwari and Sanjay Mate sir, and all the participants from our college, our UT, and throughout India. Very good morning to all of you. So thank you for inviting me here on this platform to be a chief guest. Good morning, Bala sir. Yeah, I'm glad to be here with all of you. I consider this is a great opportunity to address this program, IoT and Smart City. So first of all, I would like to congratulate the coordinators for conducting such a need of the hour, the FDP on such a topic which is emerging and which is need of the hour. My hearty congratulations to the coordinators and other HODs also who is involved in this. And also I'd like to congratulate all the participants for taking the choice to attend this FDP. So these 5 days FDP definitely is going to address many of the emerging areas. I have gone through the brochure also. I think all the speakers are from reputed institutions, not only from India, even from abroad also. So I would like to congratulate the coordinators for conducting such a wonderful, FTP. So IoT and smart city, when it comes to this topic, so it's like the buzzword these days. This is the buzzword, IoT and smart city. And also you all might have come across, there are several smart city projects are going on in India. So even in our UT administration also, our DU and Silvassa are also executing the smart city project. So almost they are going to they are at the stage of the development. So I'm sure in coming 1 or 2 years, definitely it is going to be executed. So under this, we have several applications. So considering like basic applications like city surveillance, traffic management, and automatic number plate recognition, even red light violation also, and even solid waste management. Not only that, even smart city lighting and city transportation also. So all these modules are involved in both the U and Silvassa Smart City. And even for Daman, though there is no smart city project, but the UT administration, the Department of IT have taken up the project CCTV Safe Daman. So in the first phase, we are going to install, we are going to execute the modules of city surveillance and the traffic management, as well as this ANPR and red light violation. So all these we are going to implement, and slowly we are going to include other components of the smart city also in them. So coming to the several applications of IoT, we have applications in healthcare also, which is the need of the hour, where when we talk about the adult care or even physically able patients care, when we talk about, we have a few applications as of now today, the IoT applications, where we can recognize the vital signals like heartbeat, BP, sugar, and so on. But then we need a lot more applications in healthcare. For example, if there is a fall by adult people, we should have an application where we should be able to recognize immediately so that the required care can be given to them immediately without losing the lives. Even when accident happens, so the transformation of information from the spot of that particular place to the hospital, it is really very important, and which is significant thing in saving the lives of the patients. So we can think of the applications even in that area also. And IoT applications is not just limited to one particular domain, as Ashish Maheshwari sir was telling that it is one of the technology where involves the interdisciplinary research and interdisciplinary applications which are required for our daily life. So if we go back to 10 years back, so having mobile is something like a luxurious thing. Very few people used to have. Now having mobile is a common thing because it is part of our life. Even in office, when we are working through online, even in this pandemic also, through in this meeting also, we are having virtual conferences, virtual meetings, virtual workshops. So this social media applications makes an important role in our lives. Similarly, IoT, when you talk about the IoT applications, these applications are going to make a major role in our lives. It is going to be part of our lives. So as today we cannot think of our life like without having a mobile, without having a WhatsApp application in our mobile, even to work or to communicate either with the office members or with the family members. So similarly, IoT is going to be part of our life in the coming 5 to 10 years. Definitely, it is going to be part of our life. And even the applications are not limited only to the smart city or the scientific applications. There are marine applications also, something like autonomous underwater vehicles, and even a simple application where we can fix it in our kitchen, where you can come to know if there is any gas leakage, or also environmental readings also, or the pollution count. So using Arduino board or a Raspberry Pi, the students can go for developing simple applications or even major scientific applications in several areas, even healthcare and even agriculture also, something like smart water irrigation, smart drip irrigation. So which is going to make a major role in the development of our lives. So this 5-day workshop, this 5-day FDP, Atal, funded by AICTE, is definitely going to provide you the knowledge in all these areas, whatever I was mentioning. So once again, I would like to congratulate the coordinators and IT HOD and other HODs and principals are also for conducting such a wonderful FDP on behalf of Government Polytechnic Daman. I am sure all the participants are going to acquire the knowledge. So I wish you all the best, all the coordinators, participants, and all the speakers also, resource persons also. Thank you. Thank you very much for inviting me on this platform. Thank you. So over to Dr. Ashish Maheshwari, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
I request. I request Dr. Yes, I request Dr. Rituparna Datta, sir. Can you please speak? Dr. Rituparna, sir, is one of the guests who joined from USA, from different time zone. So I request him to just speak for 2 minutes. Dr. Rituparna Datta, sir. He is joining just within a couple of minutes. He joined earlier. Okay. Meanwhile, I would like to request HOD of IT department, Dr. Rakesh Kumar Bhojade, sir. Please, over to Rakesh, sir.
Thank you, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Good morning, all. Respected Dr. Suhas Vinayak Patil, sir, Principal Government Polytechnic Daman, Shri T. Balaganeshan, sir, HOD Mechanical, Dr. Aruna Madam, HOD Computer Engineering, Shri Ramesh, sir, in charge HOD Electrical, eminent resource person from various renowned technical institution, faculty members, research scholar who are participating in this FDP. It is a pleasure to add my welcome to this 5 days online faculty development program on IoT organized by Department of Electrical and Department of Information Technology, Government Polytechnic Daman. I would like to thank AICTE for offering us a platform for conducting this faculty development program. There are a number of definitions of what makes a city smart. For example, IBM defines a smart city as one that makes optimal use of all the interconnected information available today to better understand and control its operation as well as optimize the use of limited resources. Let's come to the real world advantages of smart city. A lot of benefits can be provided to the citizens like smart parking, which can help driver to find a parking space in a congested market and also allows for the digital payment. Another example would be a smart traffic management system to monitor traffic flows and optimize traffic lights to reduce congestion, while ride sharing services can also be managed by a smart city infrastructure. Also, IoT reduces energy conservation and environmental efficiencies, such as street lights that dims automatically when the roads are at zero traffic. Smart city initiative can also be used to combat climate change and air pollution as well as waste management and sanitation, while internet-enabled garbage collection, bins and fleet management system. Aside from the technology used by the smart city, there is also a need of data analysts to access the information provided by the smart city system so that any problem can be addressed and improved upon. At last, I would like to extend my thanks to all our moderators and speakers for being here and sharing their expertise and knowledge with us. A special thanks to the program coordinators, Dr. Ashish Maheshwari and Shri Sanjay Mateji, who put their all the best efforts in this execution of faculty development program. I thank all our guests and all participants for joining us, and I wish you all a most enjoyable and productive one. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Now I welcome our Principal Dr. Suhas Patil, sir, Principal Government Polytechnic Daman, to address this session.
Sir, you are muted. Your voice is not audible.
Very good morning to one and all.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
So, on this occasion of
Morning, sir.
starting from today, that is 13 September to 17 September, this program is been based on the theme of ATAL, AICTE Training and Learning, and organized by Electrical Engineering and IT Department of Government Polytechnic Daman. The main objective of the ATAL scheme is to plan and help in imparting quality technical education in the country, and to support technical institutes in fostering research, innovation and entrepreneurship. The Government Polytechnic Daman was established in the year 1989 by the UT administration of DNH and DD to provide the technical skilled manpower to the nearby industries. Presently, the institute is running with 7 branches of diploma engineering, likely computer, civil, mechanical, chemical, electrical and information technology and plastic engineering, having 60 intake capacity each.
The institute is having excellent infrastructure, well-qualified staff recruited from the UPSC New Delhi, and well-established laboratories and full-fledged library. Today we are here for the grand inaugural function of the 5 days FDP program entitled Internet of Things for Smart Cities. This program provides a platform to the PhD scholars, research scholars, teachers from various institutes to aware about the recent and advanced techniques and its development in the field of electrical information technology. This will also help to improve the knowledge, skill, attitude and research in the field of emerging trends in electrical and information technology. I am very happy to inform you that the Government Polytechnic Daman is second time sharing such kind of national platform and organizing a mega event. During the execution of this program, we got a support and motivation from Dr. A. Muthamma, Secretary of Higher and Technical Education, Sri Nilesh Guru, Director of Higher and Technical Education, Program Coordinator, Dr. Ashish Maheshwari, and Sri Sanjay R. Mate, Lecturer in IT. Without their enthusiasm and support, this program would not have been possible to execute. At the end, I would like to pay the sincere thanks to the Dr. Anil Sahasrabudhe sir, Dr. Ravindra Kumar Soni, and competent authorities of AICTE. They have shown the interest in our proposal and provide us an opportunity to share such kind of mega event platform. Also, I am thankful to all the speakers of various sessions who have accepted our request from their busy schedule to be part of this FDP. On behalf of Government Polytechnic Daman, I welcome all participants in this program who have participated from the various reputed universities, institutes, autonomous bodies such as IITs, NITs from all corners of the country. Again, I would like to pay the sincere thanks to our Head of Department of Information Technology, Dr. Rakesh Kumar Bujade, and Sri Ramesh Tulumuru, who have supported a lot to all coordinators. Hello? It's an interruption. I wish best wishes to everyone, and I am confident that at the end of the program, everyone will gain the nectar of knowledge. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Principal Sir.
Thank you.
I will request one of our speaker of the FDP and Dr. Rituparna Datta Sir.
First, I would like to thank all the coordinators and especially Professor Mate, and I hope my voice is audible.
Yes, sir. Please continue.
The theme of the workshop is really amazing because IoT and smart city are really very important themes, not only for India. It's a very good theme for global research, and as one of the guests already said, there is a very good correlation with the data analysis and all, and with the invention of IoT and smart city and mainly IoT. So there will be a big revolution in the technology, not only the engineering field. In addition to engineering field, the smart city will really having a good development. On the other hand, it will also help in the healthcare domain a lot. And I would also like to thank the coordinator because the lectures are very well planned and very much diversified. I hope all the participants and all the speakers, we will really enjoy all the session and we can take something not only from research direction, from implementation and practical point of view. I wish a good success of the workshop. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rituparna.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Few other speakers also joined the session. So I request any speaker wants to say something. Any speaker of the FDP. Okay, so I would like to call HOD of Mechanical Engineering Department, Sri Bala Ganeshan sir, for vote of thanks to the inaugural function. Vice Principal and HOD Mechanical Department, Sri Bala Ganeshan sir, over to you, sir.
Thank you, Sanjay sir. Good morning to all of you. I'm happy to welcome you all for this beautiful faculty development program sponsored by AICTE. So first of all, I would like to thank All India Council of Technical Education for sponsoring this faculty development program in Government Polytechnic Daman. And I thank our Secretary Madam, Dr. A. Musamma, for giving permission to organize this faculty development program. And I also thank our Director, Nilesh sir, for supporting us. I am thankful to our Principal, Dr. Suhas Patil sir, HOD Computer Aruna Madam, and all HODs of other departments. HOD of IT Department, Dr. Rakesh Pujade, and HOD of Electrical Engineering Department, Ramesh sir, and the coordinator of this program, from IT Department, Sanjay Mate sir, and coordinator from Electrical Department, Dr. Ashish Maheshwari sir, and all other staff members and other faculty members who are involved in organizing this great training program. I hope this will be very useful to all of you. And I thank the speakers who have taken their valuable time to share their knowledge and to our staff members and all the participants. My heartfelt thanks to all the participants who are enthusiastically participating in this program. I hope this will be very, very valuable and useful to your career also. Thank you, one and all, and thank you for this opportunity. Over to you, Sanjay sir.
Thank you, Bala sir. I thanks to HOD Electrical Engineering Department, HOD IT, Vice Principal Bala Ganeshan sir, HOD Computer Aruna Gowda ma'am, and our Principal Dr. Suhas V. Patil sir. And I would like to over to Dr. Ashish Maheshwari sir.
Sir, can I have presentation third slide? Our speaker session first speaker, Mr. Inaugural Sharma is also there. We will start our session. Just a minute. Sanjay sir, can I have our slides first? Yeah, I welcome the third slide. Third one. Okay, thank you. Okay, I welcome our session speaker, Mr. Anurag Sharma. He is a Higher Training and Placement, Sangam University, Bhilwara, and he is going to deliver a topic on connecting social and emotional learning with mental health. I just wanted to brief out something about Mr. Anurag Sharma. He had training and placement at Sangam University with a demonstrated history of working in the higher education industry. He is having a strong network of corporate and academics to serve the training and development needs of the dynamic scenario of the education industry. He is skilled in organizing and executing industry conclave, employee training, IT trainings, personal counselings, curriculum development and personality development training for corporate and academic institutions. He is having open network in engineering, management, GIS, applied sciences, agriculture, pharma, and other fields of education. He is also acting as a secretary of the Alumni Association of Sangam University, which is having a strong network of more than 4,500 alumni from various fields. He has completed 150 plus hours of employee development training in the last 2 years and acted as a nodal officer, project coordinator for a member of industrial consultancy projects. He is also member of some active NGOs. Over to you, Anurag sir.
Thanks, Ashish sir. I hope my voice is audible.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah. So before starting, because see, when this inaugural session was going on, so I was listening a lot of, expertise, the expert people, those who were talking on this particular topic, and giving the brief about this FDP. Before starting any discussion on this topic, I would like to, first of all, good morning everyone, and welcome to each and everyone present here. I'm really feeling honored and nostalgic at getting privilege of being with you all in this opening session of faculty development program organized by Polytechnic College, Daman. Before starting my session, I would like to welcome and thank also to Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Aruna, Ma'am, Assistant Director IT, Principal Sir Dr. Suhas V. Patil, and the coordinator of FDP, Dr. Ashish, for organizing and inviting me as the guest for this opening session. I'll request everyone, those whoever are attending this particular session, to have a A4 size paper, at least 2 or 3 A4 size papers, along with some colored pen and or sketch pens with you all. And Dr. Ashish, if you feel any kind of difficulty in technical difficulty from my side, you can ping me on the phone or directly in the chat box also, because while I'll be presenting, I might not see your comments. Before starting, because when I was listening to a few of the people, those who were speaking this before me, the topic of this FDP is IoT for smart city. And when this particular topic, which I am going to describe, I was really surprised to see that because this first session is not a technical session, but this is somewhat related to our day-to-day life and day-to-day learnings. So when I was trying to connect it, how this particular topic should fit into this particular FDP. So when I gave a thought, you can see that we are talking about IoT in our regular studies in electrical, mechanical, IT, any of the branch of engineering, any of the field of the engineering. See, IoT is coming into discussion because we now want machines to act with emotions, if I'm right. And when we are talking about emotions and the brain, which a human being can use, then definitely because these machines are not well equipped with the brain, they are made up of certain algorithms, certain hardware, softwares, and they were given instructions by the human being. But now we are looking forward for an era where machines can take their own decisions, and the topic which I am going to cover is somewhat related to it. So here comes the relevance of this particular topic. So before starting, if I'm able, am I audible, Ashish?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sure. So let me share my first slide first. So you will just 1 second, I'm sharing that. Okay, so I hope this slide is visible to everyone. My slide is visible to you?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Yeah, okay. So let's start with the topic itself. Before starting my topic, let me introduce myself. I'm Anurag Sharma, heading Training and Placement Cell at Sangam University, one of the state private university in Rajasthan, situated in Bhilwara, textile city of India. And I'm doing a lot of counseling, a lot of training programs for students, for industries, and a lot of academic institutions. And this is something which I really like as an academician, because my role is somewhat to make a bridge in between the industry and the academia. So when discussing this particular topic, I'll be focused on the teaching part also and the industry part also. So let's start with this particular topic. My topic is connecting social and emotional learning with mental health. When you hear this particular topic, you can definitely when you hear this particular topic, you can definitely relate it to yourself, because when we talk about social and emotional learning, this might be new, but mental health is one area which you hear every now and then, and somehow you deal with it also. Before going into the depth, let me tell you that people are not born knowing how to manage emotions, solve problems, and get along with others. This is the biggest problem. We are talking about a lot of technical expertise, a lot of professional competencies, but there are basic problems which are there in each and everyone's life, that we are not able to manage our emotions. We are not able to get along with others so easily, and in this digital era now, because I'm sitting here and delivering a lecture to you all, so it is not very easy to cope up with these kind of situations. Why this is not easy? Because the human emotions are the most important thing. When you are positive, when you are confident, when you are emotionally stable, you do great things. When you are not, then even if you are really great in terms of your competencies, you might fail at times. And these kind of skills have to be developed. These kind of skills cannot be imitated. These kind of skills needs to be taught. And when delivering this session, I was wondering if this is a session for the people, those who are teachers or industrialists at different locations, or for the people of for the students, those who are studying in schools, colleges, or so on. But let me tell you, my dear friends, my guest, that this is a very common and very important topic for each and everyone. Because in our education system, when we start studying, the things are very well focused on certain things, which I am going to discuss in the later part of my session also. And our academics are directed towards the outcomes. Okay, so whenever we do anything, it is actually related to the outcome, and we are not focused on skills most of the times. When when I think about getting the primary education for my kid, I will focus on which school is providing good atmosphere, the academics, for the academics and other things. But nowadays the things are changing. Nowadays people are more focused on the activity parts also. And why this is so? Because if the students, if the primary level students are mentally strong, then definitely they'll make a good human being. In the later part of their life, in professional lives, they'll be more stronger to deal with their emotions, with their nerves, and they'll do great things. Okay, so before starting the further part, because this is, as I told you, this is one second, let me stop the sharing. Okay, so before starting the further part of my session, I'll request everyone, because as I told you, this is not a technical session. This is to be the this session has to be very easygoing and I would say mind freshener for all of you. So we'll start with a particular activity. So can I have your webcams open for it? I want to see few of the people if they are there. Hello. Okay. one person is done. So why it was necessary? Because see, when giving this particular session, and believe me, once you will attend this particular session, at the end of this session you will feel free, because the next 5 days are completely into the technical sessions. So my role is really important to motivate you for those next 4 days. And as I told you, it is really important to be very active in these online sessions. And because this situation happens every time, let me tell you one more thing. Have you heard about the filled glass theory? हम बचपन से बहुत से लोगों को, if Ashish sir, if we are able to communicate in both the languages, it is okay. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I hope you have heard about the filled glass theory. That when we fill any empty glass, you have a glass, empty glass, and you have a jug of water, and you start pouring the water in the water this particular glass. And what will happen? At a particular stage, the glass will be filled, and the water will come out. So it happens with everyone. It happens with all of us, of any age, of any experience, because we are dealing with a lot of professional and personal things every day. A lot of tasks are there, a lot of things to do, to-do list, to not to-do list. So many personal commitments are there. So when you are starting these kind of, when you are hearing these kind of sessions, it is really important that you at least try to have minimum space in your class, in your mind, so that when you are attending these sessions, you feel free to ask, you feel free to grab things in your mind. So let's start with this particular activity. I'll request everyone to have a A4 size paper, and it would be really nice if we can have an interaction in between, because see, these activities are really important. So let's have one A4 size paper with everyone, like this. This is an A4 size paper. I'll ask everyone to have a A4 size paper with you. Okay, that's great, Rakesh sir. That's great. More people can also, other people can also. Yes, that's great, Pankaj sir. Thanks. So let's have an A4 size paper. Let's fold it vertical from the vertical center line. Just fold it in this particular way, vertically. I hope you have done it. Now fold it vertically. Again, fold it vertically. Give one more fold to it. Now, this is the situation of the paper. Now you give two more folds. Give two more folds in any direction, whatever direction you want. Be it vertical or horizontal, in any direction. Okay, so Rakesh sir has done it, Pankaj sir has done it. Let me do from my side also, and I am also done. Okay, this could be one of the, I mean, most of the people are having the same structure. So now you do one thing, you start cutting the edges. You can cut the top corner from this side. अपने हाथों से आप इसको कट कर दीजिए, if it is possible. Like this. Also, one more cut in between at this particular size slide. I hope few cuts are there, and it is not necessary because everyone not having the same structure. Now one more cut, you can give one more cut. You can open it. Now you can open it. Again, give few more cuts if it is necessary. Almost all the corners are having curves. Now open up this paper. Mine is this. Mine is like this. 1 second. Oh, mine is gone away. So can you show me your papers? Oh, that's great, Pankaj sir. Everyone should look at the paper cut of Pankaj sir. Manoj Kiranji is having, oh, that's great. Have you cut it through scissor? And Rakesh sir, great. Jivita ma'am is also there. Okay, so you have used scissor possibly. So that's great. That's great. So my dear friends, I mean, coming back to this particular topic, what was it? When you were cutting these papers, it is a very simple exercise which I generally do with my students and in industries also. That when you follow my instructions, you followed my instruction. I gave you some instructions. You followed my instructions, and the outcomes were very different. Although most of the instructions were same for everyone, but the outcome was different. And this is what I was explaining in the initial slide, that when we talk, when we listen, when we see things, we perceive differently. We are not same. We are not born same. So we cannot do things in the same manner. So it is really important that we try to understand that we are different, and our ability to perceive, to listen, to concentrate is at different level, and it will definitely give different level of results also. So this is important, that when we are discussing or when we are doing anything, it should be our first thought process, that we are not born same, as I was discussing, as we are not born same, that then the results could not be same. So this is the understanding which we need to develop among ourselves, among the people, those to whom we are teaching, and that's why this particular topic is there. This topic is social and emotional learning, and we are connecting it to the mental health. Before connecting it to the mental health, let me tell you and let's understand what is social and emotional learning itself. When you talk about social and emotional learning is the process of developing and using social and emotional skills. It is very simple to, see. When we see it, we feel that it is very simple to understand that this is to deal with social and emotional skills. But do you know what these social and emotional skills are? Do you know what these social and emotional skills are? Because we are bound with a lot of technical terms every day, but do you really focus on social and emotional learning? Can I have any answer from anyone? Do you know what is social skill, or what is emotional skill? See, when we talk about social skills, you need to understand that we need to share. We need to have a cooperative understanding. We need to cooperate with people. We need to listen first. I mean, this is the one thing which you might have spoken so many times. आप अपने students को बोलते हैं, you yourself try to focus on listening abilities. Somehow I also feel that listening ability is something which is very important. You need to follow directions. When I was giving directions, few of the people were following my instructions and others were actually resting. So this is okay. I mean, this because this is in online mode, so it becomes really monotonous also at times. It is one way session, so it becomes little monotonous also. Then you need to respect others' personal space. This is really important. When you are at, because professionally we work with a lot of people, we meet a lot of people every day. It is really important that we focus on the personal space of others also. We need to understand what are the manners, common manners, which we need to follow during our day-to-day life. Then there are so many other emotional skills. What are emotions? Emotions are, I mean, completely in our hand. But why we cannot actually control it? Because emotions are all about self-control. Emotions are about expressing our feeling. about feeling proud. When you do anything, try to feel proud. I have seen a lot of people, then when they do certain things, they are very straight faced. They don't really feel the joy of, winning also. And there are people, those who when they win, they forget everything. They try to just enjoy that moment. That is also important, but that is needed, that you must have a barrier, that how much you need to focus on the winning and how much you need to enjoy. Then you must have positive self image. You must understand that you yourself is the most important person. When you don't actually relate yourself to anything, you don't do anything. You don't actually feel good. Even if you're running lakhs roads, you don't feel good. Then there are a few more things, like you need to show affection. You need to show affection to others. You need to feel the empathy. And these are few social and emotional skills which generally misses during our day-to-day learning. Even when we were kids, when we studied our professional education, when we are working, then we miss these things. And let me tell you, friends, it is really important, because when we were kids, moral education, SCPW, and so many other subjects were there, which were there to teach us true values of the education. But schools and even schools and the education system were focused on it. But I think as a student, we were taking it very lightly. But at this particular age of professional working, we feel that those things are really important. Let me come back to the social and emotional learning. It is the person's ability to be aware of themselves and the feeling of others as well. As I was talking to you, that it is important that you understand about yourself and others also. When you are working in a team, you generally do tasks as a team. Even in this FDP also, there are people who must be handling IT resources, those who must be handling anchoring, those who must be inviting people. And it is really important that you try to understand each and everyone's competencies. And when the leader was giving the task, it was important for him to understand that who is the best at what. So these social and emotional skills and learnings are important in every damn thing. And it is important then how you talk, when you need to talk, when you need to listen. So this is again, few questions I'm having for everyone. Do you ever have trouble setting goals or making decisions? If anyone can tell me. Do you have ever feel trouble setting goals or making decisions? See, it would be really nice if we can have one-to-one interaction. Otherwise, it will become really monotonous. This particular topic is very interesting if we will discuss certain things. So anyone, Ashish sir, if you can tell me, or Rakesh sir, because your participation was really good. Do you really feel that coping with the emotions is tough for you? Do you feel that your emotions are stopping you to do certain things? Do you really feel that getting along with and feeling empathy for others is tough for you?
Yes, sir. It's true. Many times it happens that our heart says something else and our mind instructs us to do to do whatever else we want to go for it. दिल कुछ और कहता है और दिमाग कुछ और कहता है.
बहुत बढ़िया.
Many times in case of students also, we just want to take a firm decision, keeping our heart aside.
This is really important. See, as Rakesh sir said that कि दिल कुछ और कहता है, दिमाग कुछ और कहता है. But when you are about to take decisions, you need to consider all these impacts. What is the futuristic impact? What is presently what you are doing, and how it will be shaped up. So when you are into these situations, your social and emotional skill set or your competency or your grip onto that skills will definitely work. You might have seen that a lot of kind of leaders, and leadership is a completely different topic. So I'm not going to discuss on that in the detail. But leadership is to deal with these kind of skills. The people with social and emotional skills are really able to handle their mental stability, are really able to do the decision making. So this is important for everyone, and that's the reason we are discussing this particular topic. Coming back to the slide. So these, as I told you, that this is really important that you basically focus on these skills, because if you have better social emotional skills, you are better equipped to manage mental health challenges, and you can build positive relationship, and you can make good decisions. And if you can make good decisions, you could be a good leader. Coming to the next part. There are 5 types of social and emotional learning skills. These 5 types of social and emotional skills are basically described in the CASTLE. CASTLE is a collaborative for academic, social, and emotional learning. It is a platform where people are focused on social and emotional learning skills. And this is a complete package which is there on WebWord also, where you can learn about these things. And it is for every age group. It is not about the kids. It is not about the elders only. It is about profit. I mean, if you are in your profession, you're about to retire also, then also you can focus on these skills, because it really helps in our personal life also. So when we are talking about these skills, these 5 skills are the basic 5 skills are there. One is self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, relationship skill, and responsible decision making. Let me take you to the diagrammatic view of this particular social and emotional learning structure. This is represented by the CASTLE, and this CASTLE is a foundation basically which works toward all these learning. So you can see that social and emotional learning is about self-management, self-awareness, responsible decision making, social awareness, and relationship skills. And it is not up to the classroom. It is about schools. It is about families and communities, and they have focused on each and every you can say category in detail, so that, because see, when a kid is born, his or her first school is our family. So it starts from the family itself. It is not about the teachers or the tutors, the trainers, those who are there to teach these skills. It is about the families also. You are at the school or college, or in the professional life, the person is learning good things. But what if the person is not getting that mental support at the home, or mental disturbance is there at the home? So this is important that these skills should be should be spanned up to the families also. Family people should be included in these learnings also. So when we let's come up to the first part of this, that is the self-awareness. When we talk about self-awareness, let's talk about the self-awareness. It is and this is not something very tough. You know that when we talk about self-awareness, one word I'll give you, that is swadhyay. Clear understanding of yourself. Do you know about your emotions? Do you know your strengths, your needs, your mindset, what you feel, why you feel certain things, and what to do with these feelings? At times there are people, those who, जैसे सर ने बताया कि अभी कि मुझे पता है कि मैं कोई भी चीज करता हूँ तो उसमें मुझे बहुत सी चीजों को देखना पड़ता है. So there are feelings, but what to do with these feelings, and if we are doing certain things, then what are the outcomes, or what are the reciprocation, or the results of these feelings and actions, reactions. So there are certain things which you really need to understand when you talk about ourselves. Let me give you one example. That when you talk about swadhyay or self-awareness of your own understanding, when I studied when I started my professional studies in 2004, that was the very first day of my education, of my engineering. When I was coming to college, I was very frightened, because that time you all can relate that ragging, which is nowhere nowadays. So ragging was the thing which was actually traumatic for each and everyone. So in government or private colleges, ragging was there, and people were there to do certain things with the new coming students. So when I joined my education, The first thing was this particular mental trauma, because I was getting a lot of noises from everywhere that there's ragging, आपको ragging किया जाएगा, आप इस चीज का ध्यान रखें, be aware about this particular thing, don't go close to your seniors. But let me tell you frankly, when I started my engineering, it actually turned me on actually. I was very shy, very into my own zone, but this particular starting of my education started me. Why? Because there were seniors who started giving me certain tasks, and they were very cooperative also, although they were giving tasks, but I started taking everything as a moment of joy, how I can deal better with them. So it taught me how to deal with seniors. And then they gave me one task which I really remind every day, and I try to discuss with my students also. See, they gave me a task that you must have a pen and paper with you, and you need to write 30 sentences about yourself. You need to write 30 sentences about yourself. I was really pissed off. I mean, come on, man, how can I write 30 sentences about myself? But that gave me time to think about myself. What is me? What I feel? And those 30 sentences on a paper should be kept on the upper pocket of your uniform. So whenever I went to the university on the classrooms, I was having that particular 30 paper note with me, and seniors try to understand us through those 30 points. I don't know, I mean, what joy they took off from that particular ragging concept, but that was the time when I started learning about myself. Okay, I can write 30 points, then 30 points are too much. If you can write 30 points, you know somewhat about yourself. I know that I cannot dance well, but I can negotiate well. I know about myself that I can perform well in certain directions. I am weak at certain directions. I need to improve in these particular things. Even if I'm good at communication or not, even if I can be in the crowd. So that instance was really, helpful for me to understand that this swadhyaya is important. If you know about yourself, then definitely it helps you to understand others well. So what is stopping you from knowing you from self-awareness? Can I ask you, anyone? Can I ask anyone what is the most important thing which is stopping about yourself? Or do you feel that you know everything about yourself? Anyone, if anyone can answer me? If anyone can answer me, what is there which is stopping you to know about yourself? No? Okay, let's have one more. Okay, impulsive career growth. Okay, that's great. Sandeep ji, if you can a bit elaborate it, if I can see you and too much in too less time. That's great, obviously. So let's not focus on the individuals. Let's have one more activity to see. Yeah, I can't see you. Oh, thanks. So okay, sure. So Sandeep ji, it is okay if we cannot see you, but I'll do one thing. Let's have one more activity for all of us. So let's understand ourselves in a much better way. Can I have your videos open for a particular time so that we can have this particular activity? I'll request everyone to start your webcams, and let's have one more A4 size paper with you all. I'll request everyone to start your webcam and have a particular A4 size paper like this. Again, great. Jivita ma'am, Shiva sir is there. Okay, now you do one thing only. Just fold it like this and this. Or you do one thing, just make 3 portions of the paper vertically or horizontally, in any direction. This is the paper. You can do it like this first and then this. इस पेपर को 3 पार्ट्स में आपको डिवाइड करना है because you are going to write. Okay, that's great. Now you must be having three portions in your paper. Okay, everyone is having a paper and a pen now and three different portions to write. Ultimately, आपके पेपर में 3 एरियाज होने चाहिए जिसमें आपको 3 चीजें मैं दूंगा, उनके बारे में आपको लिखना है. Okay, now I'll ask you to write in the very first column about the physical characteristics of yourself. What are the physical characteristics about you? If I can help you, physical characteristics means you are thin, you are tall, you have spectacles. You need to write about your physical characteristics. And in the second column, you need to write about your social characteristics. Write about your social characteristics. Social characteristics means you like to get along with the people. You are very friendly. You don't like crowd. You have phobia with the crowd. You don't like public speaking. And the third column, you need to write about your inner characteristics, which no one knows about you. The inner characteristics are those characteristics which are badly known to others, but strongly known to us. We know about our inner characteristics. You can take decisions in a firm way. This is your inner characteristic. So I hope you have written about your characteristics. Okay, give it a time, give it a thought. थोड़ा सा time ले सकते हैं, but think about it. What are the inner characteristics? What are the social characteristics? And what are the physical characteristics which you people are having in yourself? May I know the response of anyone? What are the social characteristics which you have written in your paper?
टाइम येते तू पण ते सगळं बिलीव कर. ते कोण बघायला मीच
Please unmute yourself.
May I know response of anyone? Shiva sir is there, Himanshu Verma ji is there. If you have written anything, I just want to understand what you have written simply. If you can unmute yourself and show me at least 1 or 2 characteristics you have written in your paper. I cannot see it actually because of your background, Himanshu sir. If you can just talk about it, 2 or 3 characteristics which you have written in your paper.
physical, I have written tall.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was muted. So I have written some characteristics for myself as well as some social characteristic too.
Okay, Himanshu sir. So, what are these social characteristics?
Social are that I want to keep busy myself, and I love to do some tinkering work. I do not, like to involve in a large gathering and all.
Okay, and what about your inner characteristics?
I'm sorry, sir, there was some.
About your inner characteristics.
Sir, your voice is lagging on my side.
About your inner characteristics. Do you know anything about your inner characteristics? What are the inner characteristics which you are having?
Inner, I love myself and I keep busy myself with me only.
So you feel happy. Actually, if you
Yes,
want to,
always.
yeah, you are. Entertaining in yourself.
Yes.
Oh, that's really nice. Because see, when I was basically shaping up this particular activity, the title for this activity was "I am interesting." So if you are saying that you keep yourself busy and you be happy all the time, so that means you feel interested all the time in yourself also.
Mostly time, because
Yeah, most of the time. So this is really good. Why? Because this activity is nothing to do with any skill set which you can start learning from this activity, but this is about knowing yourself. If you know about your inner characteristics, you know about your social characteristics, you know about your physical characteristics, you know what are the areas. Because when we teachers, or I can say trainers, because nowadays teaching a teacher is a term which is actually obsolete nowadays. We are trainers, basically. We are training our students. So when we are training our students, it is really important that we know about ourselves first. And if we are good at certain things, we would be able to train our students well in that direction also. Because if you feel happy most of the time, you will be positive most of the time with your students also. So this is really good to know about Himanshu sir. Thank you. So let's connect to the slide again once again. I think Hemant sir is concerned about the attendance. Okay. Let's come back to the slide again. I'll keep my interaction in this way only, because I don't really want to just show up the slides only and go on talking. So what was stopping you? If there are other people, like I was interacting with Himanshu sir, he was very confident about himself, and that was really nice to know. But what are the things which generally teases us, or which stops us to think about these things? Or at times we feel that we can do certain things, but we are not able to do it, because there are two kind of mindset. One is growth mindset, and other one is fixed mindset. When you have growth mindset, everything is an opportunity. You see everything as an opportunity. If you do certain things, if you fail, you see that there is a learning, and you will do it again. Next time you will do it in a good way. And if you do certain things, you learn from everything. You try to keep yourself engaged in challenging tasks. You don't really come and sit on your table chair and just pass your time. You try to challenge yourself so that you can improve every day. And when you are having growth mindset, you always try to see others' perspective. You always try to take feedback in everything. If I'm taking this particular session, if I'm not able to deliver my message, then there's no meaning of this particular session. So this is important, that you take feedback from everyone whenever you do certain things, and you try to figure out what are the areas to focus. Because it is necessary to understand that if you are taking feedback, then it is important that which feedback is constructive also. Because nowadays in practical world, a lot of people are there, those who will give you negative vibes. You need to keep yourself away from these people. So if you have growth mindset, you will see everything as an opportunity. But if you have fixed mindset, you will be always blaming. You will always use scapegoat. Scapegoat is a word for blaming others. Okay, if you have a fixed mindset, you will always say, oh, come on, today light is not coming. Oh, come on, the students are not learning. Oh, come on, my family is not giving me time. Oh, come on, today is the bad day. But no, it is not. You need to see everything as a challenge or as an opportunity. If you have a positive impact in your mind, you will always be positive. So this particular fixed mindset or growth mindset is a very natural understanding of these things. Now let's come to the second topic, which is second point, that is self-management. This is the second kind of SEL, social emotional learning. This self-management is about managing emotions, setting goals, and someone was mentioning about impulses also. That's really important, really important, because if you are managing yourself well, you can do creative thinking. If you are managing yourself well, you can build confidence in yourself. You can manage your changes. You can know about yourself, as self-awareness is already explained to you. You can handle stress and anger easily. And how this how it works basically, when you talk about the creative thinking, it is important, because when we in today's world, when we see the kids this and in this digital era also, because we are forced to teach in online mode also, it is really important that you figure out creative methods to engage your crowd. So as a teacher or as a person itself, it is important that you engage yourself in creative ways of doing certain things. You need to understand that where to control your class, where to control your energy. If you are just all the time, if you are angry, you are hyper, it will definitely harm you most of the time, not others. So self-management is again one key which you need to focus more and more. Now coming to the next skill SEL, that is social awareness. This social awareness is again, these terms are quite confusing, quite mixed to each other. But this social awareness is like, seeing.
Anurag sir.
Hello, yes.
Sir, can you make your slides show, because entire presentation can you share? Means like full screen.
Okay, full screen. It is not visible too?
It is visible, but few participants asking to full screen.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Sir, it is hard to see on mobile devices.
Okay, no problem. One second. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir. Perfect.
Yes, sir. Fine. Thank you.
So when we are talking about social awareness, it is about seeing other people. Seeing other people's perspective, knowing how others are actually. It is about knowing about others basically, not about ourselves. The earlier point was about ourselves, about our management, about our knowing ourselves. But social awareness is about how others are reacting to your actions and reactions. If you talk about it, you need to increase empathy. And now what is it? You need to show that if someone is having a bad day in your vicinity, if there's a friend who fails a test, there's a student in your class who get bullied every time, or the student who is not feeling well, then you need to show your affection, you need to show empathy towards it. If there's in your life, and I'm very sure that you do these things knowingly or unknowingly, that if in your family, if your wife is sick, if your mother is sick, your parents are not feeling well, you try to help them as much as you can. And if you having kids, if your kid is not able to understand certain things, you try different ways to let him or her understand the things. So this is about social awareness. If you respect others environment also, how they are reacting or understanding your reactions, you are managing social awareness in a good way. You need to try I mean, creating less and less misunderstanding at workplace. Also, I strongly believe in one thing: if you are not feeling good with someone, you need to go and talk to him or her, or you don't care about it. In one situation you can talk, and the other situation you be irrelevant. You just do your task if you feel that you are okay with it, but that will definitely some way will make you I mean loner, and you might not be able to discuss your things. If you are in a problem, then you need to avoid the situation which might embarrass others or yourself also. And why all these things are important? Because it is in from the beginning we are studying that everyone is a different individual. You cannot just uh, expect certain things from others, and in your life also people must be telling you that don't expect from others. It is not about expecting. You should expect, but you should not just rely on those expectations always. You need to understand that someone might have a strong opposite opinion about yourself or about your talks. It is okay, because they do have their mind, they do have their life, they do have their perceptions. So you need to learn that you love the skin you are in. If you are good, you're good. If you are bad, you are bad. That is okay. I mean, there's nothing to do with things. Then there's one more area, that is relationship skill. Definitely, you need to understand that relationship is the most important thing, be in your personal life or in your professional life. And every time you need to understand that people need people. If you are living a life, there are certain people, those are in family, there are certain people in your business, in your professional life. And if you try to connect with them, you first of all you need to create that connection in between. Then you need to perform. What is this performance? Again, performance pressure? No, this performance is all about learning these skills. You need to understand yourself, you need to understand the other one with whom you are connecting. Then you need to maintain it. See, there are some connections which are professional. Certain connections are like family connections. Then there are certain connections which are close to your heart. And then so you need to manage all these things in a different way. Then the last and important skill, that is responsible decision making. This is definitely going to help everyone. If you are a good decision maker, you do things in a very clear way, and you can become a leader. So it is definitely needed that you first of all identify your choices. You evaluate your choices every time you have certain number of choices. You need to understand which choice you are going to make for a particular task. Then you need to understand that my choice is it okay to use this particular choice in this particular situation. Then accordingly choose your action plan, and then evaluate your decision. Nothing else. See, whenever I try to basically do anything, I generally feel that we must have a certain a certain way of doing things, because a lot of people are there. We are connected here, and you must be at positions of leadership. So there's one question I want to ask everyone, that when you are a leader, when you are the decider, if you are a coordinator for anything, if you are a team leader for a group of 2, 3, 20, 200, and how you take decisions, what are your fundamental what is your fundamental approach basically? May I have the answer from anyone? Because I am going to discuss it about myself also, but I just want to understand how you decide it. I mean, how you define that decide that I'm going to do this particular thing with my team. Collaborative decision based on experience. That's really nice.
I think yes, collaborative decision.
Yes, collaborative decision. Definitely. But see, this is about team building. Ashish sir and Sandeep sir, the answer which you have given, that collaborative, definitely a combined decision should always be there. But as a leader, when I plan certain things, I definitely discuss with my team. I definitely look at the perspective of each and everyone. But I always keep plan A, B, C. Why? Because see, let me tell you one really interesting thing, which I should not actually explain it. When I was planning a particular event once in this particular institution, so it was an event of around industry people, and it was event of around 20 to 25 people from industry and academia. So when we were planning, everything was going through, because we do, these activities nowadays, so it was pretty okay with for everyone. My team was knowing their responsibilities, and they were doing it in a particular pace, and they know about it, that what's our likes and what are the things which should be kept in the place. So when all the things were okay, just the time when it was about to happen, somehow the connectivity of electricity was cut. And now this was very shocking for me, and it was not because of any fault from the RCB or anything. It was because of a reason, because of a technical error which cannot be resolved at the same moment. So we tried to connect people from the industry also, let's come and repair it as soon as possible, because we were having around 1 or 2 hours left, but it was not done. So what should be done? So my team was really, in a puzzled situation. What to do. So because whenever I plan B of it. So whenever I plan certain things, I always have plan B. So quickly I asked my team to have an open session, because it was basically not that summer hot day. So it was easy to arrange things in the open garden. So we planned everything in the open garden in 1 hour only. And believe me, everyone enjoyed it in a different way. And they were not expecting that we are going to let them sit in the garden. So it was like, sometime it works. It is not necessary every time it works, but it is necessary that you must plan about everything, because nowadays in these kind of technical sessions happening online, a lot of times technical glitches comes. So it is not embarrassing. See, it might happen with anyone. So it is important that you must have plan A, B, C within your mind as a leader. So coming back to the next part, we were discussing about 1 second. Let me show it again. Okay, so let's come back to the presentation slide, that how this social and emotional learning basically helps. When you talk about the social and emotional learning and the researches which are done around this particular topic, this is really important, because when you are well taught, well understand what these SELs are, you are less emotionally distressed. You are equipped with less disciplinary incidences. Your attentiveness increases over time, and the most important, improved end results. You generally do things in a planned way, and the results are always favorable. So it is important that if these social and emotional skills should be taught at every level, and you need to focus on that also. Now coming, because I think the time is also a little less. So this particular slide is dedicated to teaching social and emotional skill, and a special mention is also written there. Why this special mention? Because most of us are from training and teaching part. So this SEL can be taught in many ways, but there are some very common ways. You must have a response, and this is just my opinion. See, you all are experts in your own field, so this is nothing to give you like an advice. It is just my opinion that you always must have responsive classrooms. And I know as a teacher, you don't like just broadcasting your messages every time you come into class. You always like responses in the return. So you must have a responsive classroom environment. You should have an open circle. Open circle is, you should not be a narrator always. You should have an open circle in which the things should be discussed. It should not be taught. And then you must have a ruler approach, which stands for recognizing, understanding, labeling, expressing, and regulating emotions. this cannot be taught overnight. This cannot be it cannot be copied. It can be practiced only. You can practice these things, and over time you can master it. So this is one thing I wanted to tell you, and these instructions are not limited to a lesson. And if you want to learn these SELs through the Castle platforms also, this cannot be learned. This can be practiced only. And then why this discussion is there, because you must have heard this particular beautiful saying that tell me if and I forget, teach me and I remember, involve me and I learn. And as a teacher, as a trainer, you understand that if you involve people, they'll learn better. Now coming to the connecting part, how this SEL can be connected to mental health. So first of all, you need to understand what is mental health, and it is not different. I mean, it is not something which you have not heard before. This mental health is all about yourself. This mental health is about your emotions, your psychology, your well-being, and it is how you feel, you act, you do certain things. It is really important, because most of the time people you and your other people focus on your physical fitness. Okay, every time you see yourself in mirror, you feel that, oh, थोड़ा सा मेरा part बढ़ गया, मेरा पेट बढ़ गया है, थोड़ा सा मेरा chin थोड़ा सा heavy लग रहा है, और मेरा hairstyle ऐसा हो रहा है, मेरा beard थोड़ा सा मुझे इस तरह से set करना पड़ेगा. But you don't really focus on your mental health. Nowadays, I believe that the yoga and some meditation and other things are, the awareness to these things are increasing. I mean, from last 5 to 6 years in India. But this is something really important. Why? Because as the age progresses, the importance of these things comes into our life more and more. Okay, at early ages, when we were kids, we were more physically active. So our mental health was also going on in the same direction. But now we rarely get time to focus on our physical fitness also. Even if we are getting time to physical fitness, we go to gym and we do a lot of push-ups and a lot of treadmill activities. It is not done. You keep yourself engaged in some mental activities also, because this glass is filled, my dear friends. You have a glass, आप पानी भरते जा रहे हैं, knowledge भरते जा रहे हैं, glass is filled, और एक टाइम आएगा जब ये ग्लास जो है पूरा भर जाता है. तो दिस इज इम्पॉर्टेंट, बिकॉज अगर ये ग्लास पूरा भर गया तो नए थॉट्स, नई चीज़ों का कहीं पे जगह नहीं रहता है. एंड देन इट स्टार्ट्स गिविंग यू इंडिकेशन दैट यू आर नॉट फीलिंग वेल, यू आर नॉट डूइंग गुड, you are earning money but you are not feeling well, you are not feeling accomplished. So this mental health is again important. Now I'll give you 2 to 3 points only about this connection between SEL and this mental health. First and the foremost is the purpose of education. And there's a beautiful saying in the Bhagavad Gita that karmanye vadika raste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karm phal hetu gorma te sango satto karmani. आप सभी लोगों ने मैक्सिमम लोगों ने ये चीज पढ़ी है, कहीं ना कहीं आप लोग ने काफी बार पढ़ी होगी, यूज की होगी. You might have imbibed it in your thoughts, in your lectures, on anything. You have the right to work only, but never to eat fruits. Let not the fruit of action be your motive, nor let your attachment to be in action. What is it? Why we are showing it? Why we are actually discussing it? Why? Because the purpose of education, as I was telling you, the purpose of education is defined nowadays. In our ancient time, our education was almost free. Very few were fortunate to have the privilege of getting formal education through Gurukul. And when the British rulers came into the existence, these British rulers gave this privilege of education to a particular class. They have defined it to a particular class, that education is for rich people, for, if I am not wrong, for the people with the bright color. Then with the time, with the evolution of our government, the government or private bodies are there, and you can choose on the basis of your interest and financial status of family, that which education you want, in which way you want to educate your children, your family. In the present such a situation, this education is for masses, and masses, if I am not wrong, if you talk about mass, now it is in a broadcasting manner, in broadcasting, because we are doing it online. So we are just talking and others are listening, that's all. So the number is increased. But where is the motive? The number of this educated people, literacy rate is day by day increasing. But what about the motive? Motive of this education. This motive of education is regularly degrading. We are not educating our kids, ourselves, our students for a particular we are educating them for a particular purpose. But what is this objective? When we talk about this objective, because you all are from teaching background, training background, so I feel at times, and I'll be true with you at times, and you, if you agree, then you can just raise your hands also. I feel at times that this purpose of education is missing somewhere. Whenever a kid comes to your college or university or any particular place, you feel that the first question is, I mean, what kind of packages they'll have. And as a training and placement head, this is the most common thing or situation which I generally encounter. And even a principal, a course coordinator, anyone, I mean, everyone feels the same, that the people, everyone, if they are parents or students, everyone is having the same approach. Yes, obviously, commercial approach is there. Everyone is focused on the end product. What we will definitely get about after this particular education. But I really feel that is it the same, I mean, same purpose for which education is given? I don't feel so, because education itself is not purposeful. And let me show you the definition of education also, because, and why it is important, why this definition is also important. Because when I was going through the purpose of education, actually, then I realized that the definition itself says that education is a process of facilitating learning or the acquisition of knowledge, skills, values, morals, beliefs, and habits. And the methods of teaching, education might include teaching, training, storytelling, discussion, and directed research. Then if the purpose of education itself is about knowledge, skills, values, morals, beliefs, and habits, then why we are really concerned about the the end results? And this is the only reason why this particular this social emotional learning is not well taught. If this is well taught, if we focus more on towards the learning, then we are not focused on the end results. We are you one more example. Most of you must be following Indian cricket team, and you have seen that in the captaincy of Mr. Mahendra Singh Dhoni, we have achieved so many things. And I'm a true fan of him. So when I generally hear every interview he gives. So when I was hearing his in most of his speeches also, he tried to connect one thing, that see, we believe in process. We always believe in process. We don't really think about the results. We obviously we want to win every single match, every single tournament. But if we are attached to the end result, which this Gita Shlok is also saying, that you should work toward the better results. But your work should not be directly related to the better results. It should be towards the process, that this process should be well done. It should be skill based, and it should not be towards the result only. And our great Abdul Kalam ji has also said that the purpose of education is to make good human being with skills and expertise. Enlightened human being can be created by teachers, and as a teacher, it is our moral responsibility also that this purpose of education should not be defined for as a package, as an end result only. It should be towards the skill set which we can calculate in our students. And as a teacher, I truly believe that you might have given a thought to it, that every time you go into class, the students are towards a particular purpose, but you as a teacher always want to ask them whether you have seen this particular topic as an understanding, or just as a question in the and exams. So this is really important. Coming to the next key area, which is when we are connecting SEL with mental health, that this mental health and depression is, this is my individual opinion also, because I see a lot of times we have a counseling cell also in our university. And when we connect, when we try to connect with the students, I see that if a student is having have worked on his or her body and in physical way also and in mental way also, then definitely he or she will be a happier human being. And the question arises, if someone is doing gym regularly, if someone is working yoga also, then what is the problem? Even if the things are arising, the most important problem is nowadays is a depression which comes into the mind of every individual. Okay, depression is there. I believe depression is one thing which is attached to a lot of people in today's life. But the most important problem is the discussion we do with others about our mental health. Do we discuss if we are not feeling good? Do we discuss if we are feeling like cry? Or if we are not feeling like working today because we have had a fight at home, or we are not feeling good with a fellow colleague who is who is not supportive or anything. Do we generally discuss or we don't discuss? It happens a lot of time. We generally discuss or don't discuss. It is a dilemma whether we should discuss or not discuss also. And what if we ignore? If we ignore it, what will happen? See, if you will discuss, definitely there are certain solutions. But again, it is very, very, I would say, very tricky decision which you need to take. Because see, when you see students around your students or the fellow colleagues or the family or the social connections in your vicinity, you see that a lot of people are there, those who will say that, oh, I'm in a big depression, I am depressed. So it happens a lot of times nowadays, and I have realized it, that people generally label their tiny issues with the depression. Depression is nothing to do with discussion. Depression is to cure. You need to work on it. If you will attach it or you will label it, it will become a serious problem. So if you will label your depression with your with yourself, you cannot cure it anytime. You cannot actually cure it. So nowadays, and in nowadays, government is also focusing more on these issues. Now coming to the next topic, that connecting SEL with the mental health, and the next part is the focus. This is a very beautiful saying, which you can see that Buddha has written, that do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future, concentrate the mind, live in, actually you should live in the present right now. Present, what is happening in the present scenario, what is happening in the present time. If you are not focused on present scenario, then definitely you are actually ruining your present, past and future as well. And to this, I'll ask, for this particularly, to realize this importance of present, I'll ask you to do one thing. If once again, if you can start your webcams, everyone, I'll request everyone to start the webcams. Great. I'll request others also to open their webcams, and please follow the instructions which I'm giving for this particular activity, because and this is really interesting. This is nothing to do with I would say this is really encouraging for you also. So let's start your webcam, and just close your eyes. Remove all the hurdles, just close your eyes. Be straight, close your eyes. Be straight, close your eyes. Calm down yourself. Just calm down yourself. Sit at a place, calm down yourself. I'll give you 2 to 3 situations. And when I'm giving you these situations, just think about the moments which comes in your mind. Close your eyes and think about the memories of a beautiful birthday celebration. Think what you've done there, how exciting it was. Think about the marriage of your best friend or relative or anyone in your close relation. How was the environment there? How did you felt? Think about when you were broken inside, when you were shattered, when you were not feeling good about a situation. Think about the things which you have done to help others. आपने क्या किया है दूसरों के लिए, और जब आपने कुछ किया तो उस टाइम आपको कैसा फील हो रहा था? Think about the death of someone close to you. Terrible loss. And this is, feel it. Just see what is, going around your mind. Now you can open your eyes. For a moment, I feel that for a moment you were in some other world, if I'm right. For a moment you were in other world.
Yes, sir.
And why it was so? Because you are so much, as I starting I said that this particular glass, if you see your mind as a glass of water, it is completely filled. You in present, you plan for future, you try to learn from past, but you forget to enjoy your present. And this is what my ultimate goal to ask you to do. If you live in the present, if you focus on one thing one time and try to learn from it and try not to repeat the mistakes in your coming future. So this particular time when you were closed with your eyes and you were thinking about certain things, you might have realized that there were beautiful moments in past. There were moments when you feel accomplished, that you have a purpose to live. You might have realized that there were sad moments also. But what has happened? You conquered everything. आपने उन सभी चीजों से उबरते हुए आज आप यहाँ पे एक FDP में. That means nothing matters, whether it is good or bad. Let's have one. I'm going to show you one video, and this video will show you about the mental health. Just give me 1 minute. One second, let me give this video. This is really important for your well-being.
Sir, please increase volume, video volume or settings whatsoever.
Okay, let me do this. Is it audible now?
It's not audible, sir.
Pardon?
No, sir, it is not audible.
Okay, I think the video volume itself is a problem. No problem. No problem. So this is nothing. I mean, this was a small video which I wanted to share with you. I believe that this video volume is little less. So I'll come to the next part fast, because I think we have a little less time. Ashish sir, can I take 2-3 minutes more? Or I need to stick with the deadline, because I truly believe in your time and also.
Okay, you can take, sir.
Yeah, thanks. So I'll come back to the this particular slide, and quickly I want to okay. So that video was about your mental health, how you can actually manage your mental health, which we have discussed also. And I'll try to share this video with Ashish sir. So in case you want to enjoy the learnings of that video, you can later on do it. So now summing up my, this particular topic, we have discussed that social and emotional learning, why it is necessary, then how it is connected to your mental health, and what are the key areas which are really needed to focus. Why? Because we were focused on the end result. Our focus was shifted towards the past or the future. We believe in futuristic things, but we generally don't care about the present scenario. So you need to think about few things. These are few lines only, the things which are written in this particular slide. That the first thing, that this day will be over. In whatever situation you are, people, this day will be over. Be happy or be sad. अगर आप खुश हैं, चाहे आप दुखी हैं, ये दिन नहीं रहने वाला है कभी भी. जो दिन आज हम यहाँ पे एंजॉय कर रहे हैं, जो हम डिस्कशन कर रहे हैं, जो भी आज हम करने वाले हैं, ये दिन कभी वापस नहीं आने वाला हमारे लाइफ में या किसी की भी लाइफ में. So you need to understand one thing. You need to be positive every time, because this day is not coming back. So this is done. The moment which is enjoyed is done. So चाहे वो खुशी की बात हो, चाहे दुख की बात हो, हमें स्टेबल रहना पड़ेगा, हमें कंपोज रहना पड़ेगा, हमें काम रहना पड़ेगा, हमें एंजॉय करना पड़ेगा, ताकि हम आगे के बारे में भी सोच सकें और प्रेजेंट मोमेंट को भी एंजॉय कर सकें. एंड एवरी डे हैज ए न्यू बिगिनिंग. आज आप बहुत ज़्यादा ब्रोकन फील कर रहे हैं, यू आर नॉट फीलिंग गुड, और आज आपने बहुत अच्छा कुछ अचीव किया है, बट नेक्स्ट डे, नेक्स्ट टारगेट, न्यू थिंग, न्यू फैमिली टास्क, न्यू प्रोफेशनल एनवायरनमेंट. So definitely everything is again having a new beginning. Then there is one more thing: desire versus need. We believe in desires, but we are not focused on our needs. We see if because see money is endless. Earning money is an endless process, and again satisfaction is also achieved overnight. So desires and needs should be balanced. You must have desires, obviously, महत्वाकांक्षी होना चाहिए, but वो desires जो हैं वो अगर आपकी needs को overcome कर जाए, खाली आप desires के लिए ही काम करें, तो definitely वो problem create करेगा. And the most important thing, because we all are professionals, we are professional people, we need to understand one thing. This is not a topic of discussion. This is one opinion which I have learned in my life, that everyone look at the solutions. See, like principals, the coordinator, the co-coordinators of this particular event, everyone. When you are a leader, or when you are even if you as a team member also, you need to understand that everyone superior to you always look for a solution, or not even superior. Everyone, if a friend is also there, everyone looks you as a support. Everyone, the family member looks you for the solutions. No one likes the problem guy, problem girl. You always like solutions. You will like that person who will come and try to solve your problems, or jinxed. Whatever situation is there, if someone is there who is very positive, then definitely you will like it.
I think Sandeep Mehta sir had something to ask or something to say.
Yeah.
He raised his hand from very beginning or half of
I cannot see actually because I am in the presentation.
Yeah. So I request Sandeep Mehta sir. Do you have query still, or it has been over?
Thank you, sir, for giving me an opportunity to ask a question from the trainer. It raised just now. Okay. Sir, I just want to ask you the
Yes, sir.
very simple question that how do you handle the stressful people around you? You're already stressed and you find stressful people around.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it is very difficult to come out of that situation. So the extremely growing situation or a tough situation, a deadlock, you can say a deadlock in operating system.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
How do you handle that?
Yeah, Sandeep sir, firstly, I'll definitely tell you one thing, because there's no solution attached to these kind of problems. I cannot say this is the problem and this is the solution. There are multiple solutions which could be chosen, or it is the thing which you can practice only with time. And if with time you practice these habits, possibly you will reach to the solution. So if you are asking this question to me, see, because there are a lot of people, those who are very negative, the people, those who create stress at the work environment. So whenever these kind of situations, see, I'll start with the purpose basically. So whenever I try to, wake up in the morning, because there's something which I want to do. I want to earn money first of all. So I need to come to the campus all the day. So there is one thing which I always keep in my mind, that I have to come to the campus or I have to do certain tasks. So I'm coming here. Then when I come here, I have certain rules for my office, for my team, for all the people, those who know me from a time. And even if there are people, those who are quite new in my environment, I try to talk less. If I'm coming, if I'm interacting with someone, then that is okay. If I'm at a particular campus or in the office environment, I try to talk less. I try to listen first. Okay. And if I'm sitting with someone, I'm in a session or in a meeting, I try to listen, and then I try to frame that particular image of the particular person, that whether I should be discussing with him or not. Because see, as an individual, professionally, you have learned so many things in your life. So it is not necessary that you do argument with each and everyone. It is important that you filter out people in your life, that these are the people with whom you want to talk, or with whom you want to discuss certain things, or with whom you want to ask. There are people जिनसे आप क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं अपने वेलबींग के लिए, जहाँ पे कुछ लोग ऐसे होंगे जिनको आप सजेशन दे सकते हैं. But it is not necessary that everyone is good at listening also, and everyone is good at answering your problems also. So you have to figure it out firstly in your mind. You need to be patient, because every time if you will see someone and if you will feel that this is the problem guy who is creating stress in my mind, it itself is a stress actually. So पहले तो आपको ये समझना पड़ेगा कि जो जिससे भी आपको स्ट्रेस फील हो रहा है, वो उसके बारे में सोचना बंद करना पड़ेगा. और उसके बारे में सोचना बंद करने के लिए ये जरूरी है. जैसे मैं आपको एग्जांपल देता हूँ, अगर मैं घर से बाहर निकलता हूँ, मुझे लगता है कि मेरे सामने वाले घर में कोई अगर बंदा रहता है, एंड दैट गाय इज नॉट, that motivating, so I'll not look at him. Definitely, and this is not something which I have learned. I have practiced it only. So in the beginning, as I told you, if there is someone or something which is actually stressing you, firstly you need to ignore that particular situation, place, or that person. If you cannot ignore, there's no problem. You try minimum interaction, minimum intervention from that from that particular situation, and then you try to focus what is the problem area. Whether he or she is more into your personal life, then stop sharing your personal stuff. If you feel that it is about professional jealousy, then okay, don't try to discuss. Don't ever discuss your professional things with him or her. Okay, so the first important thing is to ignore people, then make your own space. Because I believe in one thing, और शायद आप लोग सभी जने उससे शायद एग्री भी करेंगे, कि जब हम किसी क्लास में जाते हैं, हम किसी भी क्लास को टीच कर रहे हैं, तो इट एंटायरली डिपेंड्स ऑन द टीचर, कि अगर टीचर जो है वो एक पर्टिकुलर सेटअप बनाता है क्लास के दौरान, तो क्लास पढ़ेगी नहीं पढ़ेगी, मस्ती करेगी नहीं करेगी. बिकॉज आई स्टिल रिमेंबर देयर वाज अ टीचर इन education time, that she used to come in the class, and that class was really, I believe सबसे बदमाश class रहा होगा उस time. But whenever she used to come in the in the classroom, everyone was was silent. And why it was happening? Because her on persona was like this. She was very silent, and she was focused on the teaching. She was stress-based. So I realized one thing, that whenever you are in a class or in any situation, it depends entirely on you whether you want to give momentum to other one also or not. So because if there are certain people in your vicinity, and if you want to ignore them, it is in your hand. That's all. I hope you have understood what I wanted to convey.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sure.
So this was. One more. I would say one suggestion, or I would like to request everyone, because this is the time when a lot of things are happening around us. Our country is also into a good stage, and we are on the global scenario also. Because this FDP is about to discuss IoT. See, we want to make machines work like humans, but you need to understand. You need to understand that humans should act like humans also. Because if you are more focused on making yourself like machine, then definitely your आपका सुख चैन जो है वो कभी भी आपको मिलने वाला नहीं है. So with these words, I'll definitely end up my presentation. मैं एक चीज आप सभी को बताना, आप लोगों के साथ शेयर करना चाहूंगा कि मैं बहुत ज्यादा बिलीव रखता हूँ कुछ संस्कृत श्लोक्स वगैरह में. There's one saying that सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामया, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा करिष्यु खगवाते, ओम शांति शांति शांति. This is a thought process of mine, and I believe that if you feel happier inside, then there's nothing which can stop you. Okay, and if you want to really learn, if you really want to be happy, try to focus on one thing. That is, I always try to ask my students also, try to learn every single bit. If I came here, I am learning so many things from all of you people, and it was a really nice experience, because see, I have also attended a lot of online sessions, so interaction is almost like zero most of the time, but interaction was good. So I learned that people are there to focus on these things also. With these words, I would like to thank everyone for joining me, and I hope if any question is there. Sandeep sir asked so many questions. Your participation was really nice. Ashish sir, thanks for coordinating this session, and I'm really pleased to be with you all here. Ashish sir, thank you.
Yes. If anyone have any kind of query, then please ask participants.
I would like to invite our HOD, Dr. Rakesh Kumar Bujade sir, for delivering vote of thanks for this session. Over to you, Rakesh sir.
Thank you, Sajay sir. This is Professor Anurag Sharma, Head Training and Placement Officer, Sangam University, Bhilwara. And really, sir, from bottom of our hearts, from all participants, from the moderators, coordinators, our Government Polytechnic Daman staff, principal, HODs, everybody else, I would like to give you a big thanks for your words, for your experiences which you shared with us. You explored the theme of mental health, psychological and social well-being very nicely. This will definitely help the participants to determine how we handle pressure, how we deal with the stress, relate to others, and make healthy choices. Sir, it is equally important like our physical health, it is very much true. So as our next speaker is right now available, so rather than wasting more time, I would like to thanks a lot for being with us. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Rakesh sir. Thank you,
Thank you,
Anurag.
everyone. And
Thank you, Anurag
I'll
sir.
take a leave now. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Anurag sir.
All participants, I would like to inform you that I have shared feedback from the attendance link in WhatsApp group, as well as it is in chat box right now also. These responses are restricted to time zone to reply, so better to reply it before start of the next session. The next session will start at 12. Thank you. Ashish sir.
Yes, we will start our next session. That session is basically a mandatory session for social health and social and mental health. So next session we will start with IoT. So be with us at 12 sharp.
Hello, sir. Only feedback link has been shared, sir. No attendance link has been shared.
Ma'am, this one is basically feedback from attendance link.
Pardon, sir?
Ma'am, this link is basically attendance come feedback.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
You need not to worry.